It's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So, guys, I will have two interviews from Bernie Sanders today that I think are interesting. So, the first one is with Chuck Todd. Chuck Todd is the most ridiculous man in the news. There's a okay, I'm not. Well, yeah, I'll make a quick aside. There's a situation where what's the guy? Jeremy Scahill had a run-in with Chuck Todd, and Chuck Todd threatened Scahill. He says, "Am I gonna have to punch Chuck Todd?" It's the funniest shit ever. It's on YouTube actually. So, but in this case, Chuck Todd is talking to Sanders, and he brings up the draft Sanders movement. Let's see what he says.
Let me ask you a question. Some of your former staffers, including Nick Brana, has a draft Bernie for a People's Party movement. Essentially, they want to start a new political party. In this statement, it said this: despite Bernie Sanders' monumental endeavor to bring people into the Democratic Party, people are leaving it by the millions. The collective efforts to reform the party cannot stem the tide of people who are going independent, let alone expand the Democratic base. What do you say to those efforts?
Well, I say two things. Right now, we are in a pivotal moment in American history. We have a president who is delusional in many respects, a pathological liar, somebody who is trying to
strong
divide us
words. Can you work with a pathological liar?
He's a pathological liar. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? That's what I mean. He's the most oblivious man on the planet. Chuck Todd, Mr. Oblivious. What, a liar? What do you mean he's a liar? What do you mean he's a liar? Chuck, was there the largest crowd ever at the inauguration? Did Trump win by a margin larger than anybody else? Did you see people dancing at the point where the towers came down in the World Trade Center? It's one thing after the other. Do you think, is there any evidence whatsoever showing Obama tapped his phone? One thing after another. The man lies through his teeth as easily as breathing. He's talking about, what else did he say? He did get rid of the TPP, talking about he was going to build a big, beautiful fence, talking about healthcare is going to be covered for everybody, otherwise he's not going to push it through. All of these things were lies. Talking about drain the swamp. Everybody knew he wasn't going to drain the swamp. He filled it with goddamn alligators. So, Chuck Todd, Mr. Oblivious, which one of those things are true? And if those things are true, is it not a lie? Hell, a habitual lie. Because he does this shit over and over again. Chuck Todd is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, it makes life very difficult, not just for me. And I don't mean, I know it is very harsh, but I think that's the truth. When somebody goes before you and the American people say 3 to 5 million people voted illegally in the last election, nobody believes that. There is not the scintilla of evidence. What would you call that remark? It's a lie. It's a delusion. But second of all, to answer your question, I think what we need to do right now is focusing on bringing the American people together around a progressive agenda. American people want to raise the minimum wage. They want to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure. They want the wealthiest people in this country to start paying their fair share of taxes. They want the United States to join the rest of the industrialized world and guarantee health care to all people as a right.
Bernie Sanders dodged that question. Look, at the end of all that, yes, that sounded good. That sounded Bernie. That's the Bernie we know and love. But that wasn't the question. The question was, you've heard about the draft Sanders movement. Would you be open to essentially being a part of that movement? He started attacking Trump right off the bat. Chuck Todd comes in and says, wait, can you work with a pathological liar? Understand why Chuck Todd is asking him this. He's trying to say that if you're calling him a pathological liar, how can you work with somebody like that? He is a pathological liar, and whether or not you can work with him has nothing to do with whether he's a pathological liar. Well, it does in interaction. I'm just saying, calling him a liar is just calling him what it is. Yeah, Sanders ducked that question. Sanders, and look, you can take that as being good or bad. I would imagine if he was adamant against it, he would just say so. But to say, I think we should get behind a progressive agenda, that may be an answer to a question, but it wasn't that one.
So if the Democratic Party isn't that vehicle, then you would support something like that, but you still believe the Democratic Party is that vehicle?
Right now, Chuck, I am working to bring fundamental reform to the Democratic Party to open the doors of the Democratic Party to working people, to lower income people, to young people who have not felt welcome in the embrace of the Democratic Party.
All right, I got to leave it there.
He asked him, would you be open to leaving the Democratic Party to start your own if the Democratic Party, if you believe it was no longer a vehicle to make that change happen? And again, he somewhat dodged the question. He didn't want to answer one way or the other. Saying I want to get behind the progressive movement. Okay, yeah, that's great. Of course, yeah, that's you. For the most part. And saying that we're resisting Trump and all this other stuff, but he never answered the specific question. If the Democratic Party was not a vehicle for you to produce your agenda, for you to legislatively expand your agenda, would you leave it in order to start another party? Now, I've made the case that the Democratic Party is not going to be that vehicle. I understand Sanders wants to, open the doors for people and everything else. But come on, dude, you've caucused with the Democrats for like 20-some years. Like for the entire time you've been in Congress, you've caucused with the Democratic Party. What substantial changes do you believe that you're going to make within the next few years that you couldn't make over the past 20 years, or however long you were in Congress? You were marginalized. Even right now, if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for you being the most popular senator in this country, you wouldn't be on TV. They have you, Ellison, Warren, all of you guys are in front for a reason. To sheep herd people back into the party. The best case, if you honestly believe in those values that you just espoused, if you full on believe it, if you're being consistent with yourself, the only path for that is to leave the party. You're not going to get those things accomplished in the Democratic Party. They don't believe in those things. They believe in conceptually to make an argument, rhetorical point. But when they're in power, they don't believe in that stuff. I mean, just look back over the Clinton era. Look back the Obama era. In the Obama era, at least, they had absolute power for a while. I mean, they could have did whatever they wanted. They passed the right-wing healthcare bill that's about to get taken away. So, yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on whether you think you want Sanders to run a third party or whether you want him to not do a third party. Personally, I want him to do a third party. And so that answer, I guess he didn't say no, but he didn't say yes either. So Bernie doesn't typically dodge questions. He dodged that one. Thanks, guys.